Why the 65 Impala? Well, the quick fast answer is because my daddy had one. The story is that my father had one and I wanted it. And he sold it out from under me like most fathers do to kids when they're 3 to 4 years away from driving, but you know, they mark their car. So it was my dream to have one. I purchased one, fixed it up, and sold it 2 weeks before I got married. So then it was my mission in life to get my second Impala. And here you have the 1965 SS convertible. So last time I said, well, it's a hard top and it's not an SS, so I can go ahead and sell it. This time it has everything, so there's never a reason to sell it because you always gotta have an old school drop top in a collection. So there it is, 1965 Impala SS. There was no doubt that it was going to be a 65 Impala. I actually went on a hunt, and it was more of a casual hunt. Anybody that I knew or talked to about old schools, hey, anybody has a 65 for sale? And obviously my preference at that point was a super sport convertible. Right. Came to a point where my boys called me, Ron Bates, and he goes, dog, you won't believe what I'm looking at. And this is probably a year. It was a year, and I got a phone call one day. I was out with Gian and Kilan, and he said, hey, look, this I'm looking at. Convertible 65 super sport. I was like, where you at? Novato. Come get me. When I bought the car, I didn't own a stereo shop at that time. I was working full time. So what I did was I enlisted the help of one of the guys who helped me with my original hardtop. So what I did is I got the engine done probably in the first month and a half I had it, pulled the engine, did all that. That was probably another month and a half project. The factory 327 was what comes with the car stock. He said, oh, the body's straight, which it ended up not being, but it was, pretty dent free, but it was wavy. He also said that he had a 350 in there, but he had the original 327 in his backyard. Well, I got down there, cash in hand, and the gentleman walked in the backyard, and somehow he misplaced a 327 engine. Yeah, so, but I wasn't mad that it had a 350, and I was modifying the car anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and take the 350 and just go ahead and build it to what you see now. Chrome valve covers. There's an Edelbrock manifold, as well as a Holly car, high output alternator, 350 engine, a little pump, not much to it, but it is a high performance 350. Not super sport, super sport. Classic look, baby. That's actually an OEM cover. It's the original carpet kit for that car, and if you notice the patterns and everything from the original 1965 look, because it's a replica. It's actually an interior kit up to the door panels and everything. It's pretty stock except for obviously the kick panels where we added speakers, where the vents used to be at, and also the rear decks we cut obviously for the rear speakers, and then that fiberglass enclosure is painted the same color as the dashboard for the new radio housing, so we keep the factory radio up on top. AM, baby, or we gotta keep the originality. You can't cut the car all the way up, Factory radio, baby, that's what goes up there, you don't take that out. That came to be, from owning a stereo shop. I couldn't just, slap a deck and L bracket up on the bottom of the deck. I had to do something, that would show a little bit of what we do. So it took a little bit of time to do it the right way. Boy was in need, yeah. The girl's a freak, the girl never misses a beat, yeah. Probably one, not to, to brag, but realistically, it's one of the hardest hitting convertibles probably in the Bay Area right now. I was gonna do something nice, but then I had something that was, next level. Three amps, one to each subwoofer, and then 1 amp just for highs and mids, which consists of 2 sets of speakers. The woofers, the MTX 9500, 12-inch subwoofers, #1 woofer, most powerful woofer, or power handling woofer available right now. And then we built the box special so that it pumps through the back seat, so you don't lose the bass in the trunk. That's why you don't hear my car really rattle.